Hello, everybody. My name is Haster, and you've probably heard the name if you are at all familiar with some more liberal, if you really want to even give him that nice of a name, uh, content on YouTube. You've probably heard the name Brian Shapiro. Now, Brian Shapiro is a unique case when it comes to intelligence. He is both incredibly stupid but incredibly smart in how he can twist words around. Now, I'm being fairly liberal with how I'm using the word smart, but he's definitely no fool when it comes to making just fallacious arguments, which you'll have plenty of opportunity to see during this funny little spat between Brian Shapiro and Andrew Wilson. But without further ado, let's get the road on the show, shall we?
All right. So the other day, Andrew Wilson challenged me to a debate, and he basically said I was a creep and that my DMs are creepy. And I said, I'm happy to debate that with
He is. He is a creep. Just saying.
you, and I can give you some reasons why I think you're a creep and so on and so forth. We both agreed to it. And here he is right now, Andrew Wilson, joining us on the show, who's been on this show and talked about before, as he's talked about me before, which is totally fine. Andrew, thank you so much for coming on. How are you?
Good. How are you doing, man?
Doing okay, Andrew. I'm actually looking forward to debating your wife on Tuesday. All right, since you're the guest.
I just realized that's tomorrow. I, oh boy. I really hope they have body bags for this guy. He's not making out of it in one piece.
I want to give you the opportunity first.
Why do you think you're going to lose that debate, by the way?
Okay, well, I'm shocked to hear.
I'm going to enjoy it.
I'm shocked to hear Rachel Wilson's husband have the opinion, which I greatly value, that I'm going to get destroyed by Rachel. I'm sure you've never said that before to anybody that she's debated. So I greatly value that opinion. All right.
I think that there's some people.
Sarcasm is a fairly common self-defense mechanism for someone of such a grand gauge as Mr. Shapiro here. But it's not the only trick he has up his sleeve.
Who could really give her a run for her money, just not you.
Okay, not me. Okay, well, like I said, I greatly value your opinion. Now I'm feeling very insecure about myself. Geez, I don't know if I should do the debate now because Andrew says I'm going to be destroyed. I better take that into account. So thank you, Andrew. I respect that opinion.
Just trying to give you the facts, man.
Yeah,
facts,
okay. And I'm just giving you the facts. I'm very scared now that you said that. I don't know if I should do the debate now. Geez, I better not show up. So let's just get to the.
Are you still going to beat me up while we're there? Are you going to beat me up, Brian?
I mean, it depends how you treat me, Andrew. I don't know. I mean, are you going to be cordial? I don't know.
No, I'm probably going to be a jerk. I just don't think you're going to do anything. I don't think you're going to do anything about it.
I could be a jerk too, but just to remind everybody in the DMs, because
I can be a jerk too. Just wait until I show you my true power level. Oh.
You're talking about $50,000.
And yes, I am mocking him. It is funny. You can laugh.
And by the way, the first thing I said with that, before we get to the actual debate, the first thing that I said to you about that cartoon, what did I say?
Oh, I think you said you thought it was funny. It was funny.
Yeah, I did because I thought it was funny, a little creepy, but funny.
What was creepy about it?
A little creepy, but funny. You're right.
What was
creepy?
Right. What was creepy about
I did
the
say it was funny. I think it's a little creepy for a middle-aged man. I'm telling you, I think it's a little weird and creepy for a middle-aged man to be making cartoons about other middle-aged men. But hey, maybe that's what you enjoy.
So are political comic people, or not necessarily political comic, but newspaper comic people, are those guys creeps? I mean, what is it? The guy with the tie that turns upward. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Looks like his head was hit by a mallet and it mushroomed out. Oh, what's that called? That's going to drive me nuts. Not Bizarro. But, ooh, a middle-aged man making middle-aged comics about a middle-aged man? Ooh, how weird.
Joy and...
No, it's not. This is actually an appeal to ridicule. He's trying to ridicule him by saying, oh, it's weird. Why would you do that? And of course, it's not really an argument. It's just, oh, you're weird.
On your free time. And Andrew, you're welcome to do that.
Yeah, but that's circular. You just you
Yeah.
use the
Well,
hang on. You're using the assertion as the claim. You're like, it's creepy because
okay.
it's creepy. What makes it creepy
Or-
though?
okay. Well, what makes it creepy?
That is true. You did catch that. Yeah, that's a good catch. It is something of a circular argument. I would say it leans more so towards the appeal of ridicule, though.
About my DMs? Because
Oh
that's
well,
oh, okay. Well, let's
here.
get to
Whoa, 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 what? The- Fucking Christ.
Hang on. You're using the assertion as the claim. You're like, it's creepy
that.
because
Okay.
it's creepy. What makes it creepy
Or-
though?
okay. Well, what makes it creepy about my DMs?
Okay, we're just gonna shift completely over. I guess in consequent argument time. Let's
Oh
go.
That's oh, okay.
well,
Let's
here.
get to that. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go through those. So
Okay. Tell me what I said
I
that was
just want to
creepy.
make sure. Now, look, it's possible you didn't send these. Okay.
You want to talk about creepy? Oh yeah, I turned off my boom bam bop bop beam bop bam. Now you can see my mouse cursor, right? Shit, you can't see my mouse cursor. Why can't you see my mouse cursor? I hit enable cursor. I have to. There it is. Yeah. Notice how he keeps biting his lips. Yeah, that I'm no expert on body language, but I have seen enough people. This is a nervous reaction, but I will let him continue.
And I'm willing to, if he didn't send these, I'm willing to concede that you did not. Right. So I'll just ask you directly. Did you?
What messages are you
I'm
referring
gonna.
to?
Well, I'll tell you first. So
How was that?
to if he didn't send these, I'm willing to concede that you did not, right? So I'll just ask you directly. Did you
What messages are you
I'm
referring
Oh, what messages? Okay.
gonna
to?
well, I'll tell you first. So this one comes in Sarah Fields posted this.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna be honest right now. I'm gonna take care
it's
of this
not the
Whoa.
right
previous thing. Hang on. It's not the previous thing
everything
you're thinking of.
everything that she okay, when it comes to Savannah, I'm gonna answer you. Everything about Savannah Hernandez that was posted publicly is absolutely 100% what I said. The other stuff that she posted about telling somebody to commit
Hmm.
is, let me repeat, I've already repeated this, 150% fabricated, not me, total lies, not my DM.
It's you and a half. Wow. That's a whole lot.
I've never talked like that to anybody.
Yeah,
I
but do
wanted
you remember that one time that you told me via DMs that somebody must have hacked your ex because you sent DMs that then you pretended you didn't send?
which DM are you referring to? Your wife? Is that what you're
Yeah,
referring to?
you
Right,
said no, I didn't do that. Somebody hacked my
right.
ex account.
I will tell you why, and I will go into the DMs right now why I said that.
Okay,
There's
why'd
a
you say
reason.
that?
I'm going to
Yeah.
go into the DM with Rachel right now, and I will show it publicly as to why I said that. Now,
Mm,
I DM a lot of people, but
yeah.
just to
Okay.
be clear about
That's
that, Sarah is
kind of
censored. The one
inconsequent.
who was found guilty or pled guilty to child endangerment. Everything she's ever said about me,
So
it's why I ignore her. It's complete fabricated lies and nonsense, and
So
I'll
you
take her to.
didn't. So hang on, I just want to make sure this one.
I would like to pose the question, and feel free to explain it to me in the comments because maybe I just don't understand. But explain to me why criminal charges of child endangerment, which is bad, why magically he just doesn't listen to anything at all. Like that seems kind of inconsequent to this current, like what he's talking about here. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
From Facebook
What
where
did I
it's
just say, Andrew?
well, I just
That's
want
fake.
hang on, I just want to
What
be
did I just
complete.
say?
Hang on,
What
calm
did I
down.
just say?
Brian, let me get it
Well, no,
out.
it's angering to me when people say things like that. If people
Well,
call me,
hang on.
Okay. Just because it's angry doesn't mean you have to act like a petulant child. Behave like an adult. You have your own radio show even. Can't handle yourself like this, and why the hell would anyone put you on a radio show?
started to
I
call me
just want
names.
to get this on the record. I just want to get this on the record. What the DM supposedly says is, you can call me dude, I don't bite. This
Yeah,
is from
that's
you.
fabricated.
You said
I've
I'm
seen that.
actually a very
Complete
normal
lie.
person. Okay,
I have to
guess.
repeat it again.
Hang on, calm down, Brian.
No, I have to repeat it
Calm
again. I
down,
guess.
Brian. You can do it. I'm almost done. Just calm down. Only take a second. Says, okay, guess not.
What a
I know you
cunt.
said you were quote. If you need a permit, let me know. You unequivocally are saying, even though that's
Unequivocally,
coming from your
that I
account
just
on
answered that.
Facebook that I went
No,
and
it's not.
confirmed.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not in my Facebook account. I can show you my Facebook DMs, and I'm going to repeat myself again, Andrew, as I just said a minute ago. Everything that was just said is completely 100%. I can't be more clear. Fabricated.
Mhm.
Repetition.
I never did that. She has lied about me constantly. Not only that, but she said that I'm a woman abuser. I steal money from people. Let me be very clear on that as well so we can set the record straight. Now, I just answered your question twice. That is fabricated, and I didn't say that to anybody. I will also go as far as to say, never been charged with a crime.
I wish I had like a counter, like in this top corner up here. You know, just fabricated, not true. Yeah, actually, no, I don't have that. I don't have like a little button that I can just keep pressing because I'm gonna need it.
Never been convicted of a crime, never abused anybody, never stole money from everybody. If in fact they're claiming I did that, then please show me the court case because there isn't one. Now that we've
Well, I don't think
Just
anybody.
because there isn't a court case doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It just means it didn't go to court. So I'm not saying that he did. In fact, I would hope that he didn't. But he's it's not an inconsequent argument, but he's trying to say because it didn't go to court, it didn't happen. It's a faulty train of logic. I can't think of there's an actual term for it, but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Made a claim that there was any court case or anything like that. So
Oh, yeah, they did.
I'm
They
just
did.
well, not
They
on
did.
not about
They did.
this. They didn't.
Okay, not this specifically, but
Yeah.
Sarah is censored has made those claims about me as well.
Yeah,
Now,
I under.
Source?
Hang on, I
hold
understand,
on, let
but
me answer about your wife, and then we can
okay,
get to some more
yeah,
stuff, okay? Because we only
mhm,
have like 45 minutes. It's not because I don't want to debate you longer. It's a radio show, and I think you understand that.
yeah, I
So this
understand.
is the start of the conversation I had with Rachel.
Yeah,
Now, the reason why I said I thought my account was hacked
uh huh.
is because the first DM in there from my conversation with her is her
Uh,
asking me, "What's the matter? Don't you want to debate me on feminism?" Now, when we had that conversation in DM, I looked at my DMs because I wasn't
this is the face of a man who has seen a little bit of a flaw in a story, and I think you'll see what I mean there in a moment.
sure. I talk to a lot of people, as you do too. So I didn't remember. So I looked at that and I said, no, somebody must hacked into my account because you
It looks like he's about to Volga or something. If you've ever watched Grimm,
had made the case that I had DM'd her first, which okay, could be true. But when I looked at my honest mistake, when I looked at my DMs, I saw it looks like she's the one that DM'd me first. So it's not really that big of a deal. That's why I thought somebody hacked into my account, which by the way, I think your friend
notice he says it looks. He has said looks on my end. She and this will be important later. This will be important later. Just wait a minute.
Rob Noor, his account was hacked. That's a normal thing. People get their
It's
accounts hacked.
it's not a normal thing for somebody to hack your account while you still have access to your account. That's not a normal
Okay.
thing.
Well, I
That's the
just showed
first.
you.
Yeah, hang on. That's the first thing. The other thing
Yeah.
is that a feature of X is that you can delete messages from your side.
I've
So
never
you
deleted.
hang
I've never
on. So
deleted a
Brian,
message
hang
on.
on. Let me make the case. You can delete messages from your side. So why would it be the
He's never deleted a message on X. Keep that in mind.
case on our side in Rachel's account? And I can pull those up right this second if you want. It
Mhm,
clearly shows you going
mhm,
in and messaging her first.
mhm.
And then when you make the claim, no, 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 somebody must have hacked the X account, why wouldn't it stand more to reason that you just went ahead and deleted the first message from your end to make it look like you never sent one?
You can believe that if you would like to, Andrew. I'm giving you my position and why I said what I said. And I'm not really sure what else you want me to say as far as that is concerned.
Doesn't that stand to
Why
more
Notice this entire statement that Brian is making here isn't saying that he is wrong. He's just saying, well, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is my truth. It isn't true at all necessarily. Now, granted, I have no proof that proves whether it is or isn't. But Notice how he is not stating whether or not what Andrew is saying is false or not. He's just saying, this is my truth. This is from my side. Just keep that in mind.
Reason that you would just delete the message from your end, so
You can,
it it looks like she DM'd you
Andrew.
first, even though it was actually
So,
you.
Andrew, you could think that if you would like to. I'm telling you that that's not the case.
Well,
And
can
by
you
the way,
show any evidence that your account was hacked at all?
can I show any evidence that my account is hacked? So you mean live on the air?
Uh, I I don't like this. I understand what Andrew's doing here, but I also understand that this can very well play into you don't have any proof and thus you can't prove it to be false. God damn it, what is it? Section E or F. Ooh, that's gonna drive me nuts. I know that I know it. But effectively it is the like lack of proof. It's not quite an appeal to ignorance. But in absence of proof, he's going to try to pivot. Well, how can you be telling the truth if you don't have proof that you are? Which, like in a case like this, it's a he said, she said, or yeah, a he said, she said. But still, I don't like this track of argument from Andrew.
Right now, you want me to call X?
No, I'm just asking if there's any evidence that your
Have
account
I
was
called?
hacked.
Have I called X?
No,
And
I'm
have I
asking, is
asked
there
them?
any evidence at
I
all
have
that your
not.
account was hacked?
The only way I could have evidence that my account was hacked, and that was the original thing that I told you, is because I didn't understand why that direct message wasn't
Well, it's
showing in
because you made it up.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, first things first. He makes a hyperbolic statement with, "Oh, do you want me to call X? Do you want me to call X?" No, you don't need to call X. In fact, actually, if anything, you would have probably used your email. If you have an email, you could show it. It'd be fairly easy. I could easily pull up my own Hester the Yellow Fellow email, and wow, it wouldn't be that difficult. I'm not going to in this case, mostly because not I'm not proving that my account was hacked. But, and you'll notice Brian immediately shifts off of that because it's a stupid defense. Because he's not asking, oh, yeah, just show me that you
Oh, I'm
have I
asking,
called
is
him.
there
asked them?
any evidence at
I
all
have
that your
not.
account was hacked?
The only way I could have evidence that my account was hacked, and that was the original thing that I told you, is because I didn't understand why that direct message wasn't
Well, it's
showing in.
because you made it up.
Notice how he says, I don't understand why that direct message isn't showing in my account. Wait a minute. I thought it wasn't your account. Or, oh, wait, no. He was hacked. And then he just never saw it for some reason. Yeah. But this is Brian's truth. Just listen to Brian. He'd tell you everything that you could want to know.
Right.
Couldn't you,
Most
Brian?
wallets still plug into the same.
Oh, this is not my ad. This is an advertisement from the Crucible. I will leave this in considering the fact that, yes, this is the Crucible's video. But I wouldn't want to just skip over the advertisement. Although I would highly recommend that if you were to look into anything, use this right here because Mr. Wilson would highly appreciate it. This is probably like an affiliate code too. So you would help him. You would go to Rumble Wallet. You would be effectively supporting the free speech when it comes to money. But I will let Mr. Wilson say it.
System we were trying to escape in the first place. And that's why Rumble built Rumble Wallet. It's a self custodial wallet that lives inside an ecosystem that actually defends free speech and financial freedom. No bank holding your balance, not even Rumble can touch your funds. This is your money on your keys, on your terms. So if you're serious about sovereignty, financial and digital, this is where you level up. Go to wallet.rumble.com or search Rumble Wallet in your app store, download it, back up your recovery phrase, and move your money where it belongs, in your hands.
Remember, I'm not advocating, I'm not endorsing. Would that be the proper? Yes, I guess it would. This is not my endorsement. This is the advertisement endorsement from Mr. Andrew Wilson himself. So, if you trust him, listen to him. If you don't, don't. I'm not giving my endorsement of this, but I will leave this in out of respect for him and his video.
In your hands.
Well, you can make that claim if you would like to. I'm saying I didn't make up anything, and I'm going to give you the reasoning why I.
Well, you can say a lot of things. I can say I can fly. But unfortunately, aside from being able to do this with my model, I can't actually fly.
Said that. Now, why am I a creep? What have I said that's creepy? Because that was supposed to be what this debate was about. As you've made false claims about me telling somebody to commit, which is completely 150% false. I've never talked like that to anybody in my.
Only 150? Well, I mean, it's bigger than 100% that he said earlier, and it's the same as the other 150%. Yeah, you really. And granted, this is an implication by exaggeration. He's emphasizing how innocent he is, and I'm making the implication that, well, maybe he's not being honest. Now, granted, I highly doubt he's never said to do. He's never not said to do this, because something tells me Brian's probably played Call of Duty at least once, probably more than once. I don't think he ever stopped.
My life. And by the way, you accused me of doing that the first time we had a debate, and I told you it was false. And now you're bringing it up again,
I
which
didn't bring
find
that instance up at all.
okay. You did. You did.
No, I didn't. I brought up this instance. I brought
You
up
never
a
brought up.
completely separate
You didn't
instance.
say. You didn't say in the first debate that we had, which I
No,
can
I
easily
didn't bring
pull
that
up.
up today, though. You brought that up.
Okay. No, 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 no. In a debate we had, you claimed that I told an ex-girlfriend to commit. You said that in our first.
Actually, I asked the question, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever told someone? I'll ask the question. Have you ever told someone to commit? Because I heard from
Hell
somebody.
yeah.
You did?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then you're a jerk. But
And you're a fag. But that's just me.
okay. So
Whoa.
Some yellow imbecile on the internet.
why am I?
Wait, hang on. How am I a jerk? Apparently, you do it too,
No,
according
I
to
don't.
this DM.
Oh, according to a DM that is fake, which I never told anybody to
Yeah,
commit
but you have a
suicide.
history of lying about DMs being fake.
No, I don't.
You do. I
No,
just
okay.
demonstrated it. I just
So,
demonstrated it, bro.
right. Yeah, but so going by your opinion, which by the way, I'm not
Going by your opinion. Christ on a bike.
lying. You're saying that I guess I spoke to your wife first, and in a DM conversation that we had, I said maybe my account was hacked because I didn't have the DM in my ex. So because of that, you're claiming I must.
Why would a hack delete the communication? What sense does that make? Like you could it's a fraudulent message that didn't come from my account, but my account was hacked, and thus that must be it, because the hacker would have deleted any sort of communication between me and your wife in a way that would make your wife look like she was contacting me. Yeah, that doesn't make fucking sense. This is crock of shit.
Have lied about that, and I must be lying, telling people to commit.
Pretty strange
All
to
right.
me.
Possibly, probably, very well could be. Yeah.
That you forget in these high profile people who DMs who first when you're the one who DMs, and the message that you
Well, I
initially
don't like-
DM, the
I don't think
reason
you're
you
right.
omitted it is because the original message that you sent, do you remember what it said?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
Well, was it, do you think it was very nice, Brian?
Probably not. I think your wife is an
Probably.
atrocious human being.
Yeah.
No.
So wait a minute. Hold on.
That you sent, do you remember what it said?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
Well, was it, do you think it was very nice, Brian?
Probably not. I think.
So wait a minute. If you didn't send the first message, then how could what you think would have been sent been mean? Just riddle me that, Batman.
I think your wife is an
Probably.
atrocious human being.
Yeah,
no,
right.
why would I be nice to her?
So when you think a woman's an atrocious human being, right?
Yep.
You call them, right?
No, I called her. I did.
Yes.
Okay. When did I do that?
Oh, well, here, let me give you the highlight here.
Okay. And
This
we
comes
have
in.
to be,
You,
we have
Boy.
to be PG-13, so you're going to have to
okay.
be careful with your language.
Sorry, I guess
Oh,
you are a
fuck off.
Somalian
PG-13 with the language. Eat shit.
slur. That would be the
No. She said that. Okay, hold on. And then I responded to it. And again, you're just showing one part of the conversation.
If he's going to show the DMs, it would show both sides of the conversation. Yeah.
I told her how many listeners I had, and she said, I'm a Somali S word if that's true. I proved to her and I showed her my numbers in that DM. And then I get, well, I guess you are a Somali, blah. If you go back, which you're not doing, you're nitpicking. She said,
That wouldn't be nitpicking. That'd be selective instances. It's not nitpicking, dumbass. Use the right term.
I'm a Somali if that's true and you have those numbers. I showed her.
So when you say, by the way, BITC, right after that, nobody knows who the F you are, I would have been doing you a favor. Now you can F off.
Yeah, I told her to F off. That doesn't mean
no. You called her the B word, right?
Yeah. And you, I stand by that. I think that's what the wife.
Right. Okay. So you call him.
You've called every woman the B word.
But hang on. You can.
Every woman. You've called every woman a B word.
You can say,
sure.
But you think that's bad, don't you?
I don't think if you call somebody the B word under certain circumstances, I don't think it's bad at all.
Well, then what are you complaining about? What are you complaining about?
Because you've called every woman who's accused Donald Trump of the B word. You called them effing B words. Okay. I'm complaining about you, Andrew, because I think you're a misogynist pig. Now,
I don't understand. What am I doing different than you?
Okay, sure.
Wouldn't you also be a misogynistic pig?
No, not at all.
Brian. Welcome to the club.
I'm not a misogynist. I'm not a misogynist pig at all.
Why are you slipping in women's DMs talking smack, bro?
So what? Slipping in women's DMs. So calling somebody a B word, like calling a man a douchebag, somehow that makes you a misogynist?
No, you're making a faulty analogy.
Makes you a misogynist when you tell women should be in the kitchen and they shouldn't be working and they shouldn't be voting, you idiot.
I thought degrading women
doesn't make you a misogynist, maybe a chauvinist, but not a misogynist.
I'm going to play you a clip. I'm going to play you a clip and then we're going to debate it. You agreed to debate on this, Andrew.
Yeah, sure.
This is a clip. Let's talk about creeps. Okay. This is a clip of you on the Whatever podcast saying there are positive benefits in some cases to women being play it.
Now, I want you to keep this in mind before this plays. This is, in fact, a quotation out of context. Should you want to see the whole thing, considering this is a small snippet right here, I would highly recommend going and seeing it yourself. I don't immediately have it pulled up, but just keep in mind, this is a small segment of a much larger conversation. And when you take a small thing out of context, you can make someone sound really, really bad. Like here.
Is bad for certain people.
No.
For certain people.
No, it's bad for everyone.
No, it's only bad for certain people. Here,
Andrew.
like there's women, you agree, who have during SA.
That has nothing to do with whether it's SA.
Bro.
That has nothing to do with whether it's SA. Are you kidding me?
Bro, I didn't say whether or not it's SA. I said during SA.
Yeah, what does it have to do with anything?
Well, bro, if that's the case, right, then was it bad for them?
Yes.
Why?
All right. So Andrew is making the case in that debate that because a woman reaches climax, that's a good thing for a woman that is or so. Andrew, I'd like to ask you a question.
This is in fact a lie. That is not what he is saying. And you'll find out shortly how that is what Brian just claimed is in fact very much wrong.
Question. If God forbid, by the way, Andrew, I don't want this to happen, but I'm giving a hypothetical.
Yeah.
If God forbid your daughter or I don't know, your mother was forced to perform an act on you because you guys were held at gunpoint. By the way, I don't want that to happen to you or anybody. I want to be very clear on that.
Yeah, you do. You're a sick fuck.
And let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you finished. Would that make it a good thing, Andrew, if your mom or your daughter performed an act on you and you...
Mind you, this is also just appeal to emotion. He is using the disgusting nature of incest, and along with that, the terrible situation of what would initiate that situation, the gunpoint specifically, in order to elicit an emotional reaction. He is trying to make this as bad as possible to make Andrew look as bad as possible. You'll find out that Brian Shapiro is a fucking retard.
I'm not actually sure that the incest is required for the hypothetical, but yeah,
please answer.
obviously, yeah, that would be bad.
That's a good thing. Okay, so that's bad. Okay,
That's a good thing? Oh, that's bad? Okay. I want you... Thought experiment. If you made it this far into the video, aside from leaving a like and a comment, imagine this. You're having a conversation with the pigeon. The pigeon knows that you're holding bread. So you ask the pigeon, hey, do you dislike bread? And the pigeon says, yes, no, no. Now why? Because the pigeon isn't listening to what you're saying. It heard bread, and thus it auto-answered. Because the pigeon does not care what question you ask. The pigeon wants the bread. The pigeon wants what the pigeon wants. And unfortunately for Bird Brain over here, it doesn't matter what argument or substantial reasoning Andrew could come up with. Shapiro doesn't want to listen because Shapiro is a retard. He cannot comprehend any sort of outside argument or reason because he doesn't want to reason. He doesn't want to come to a reasonable answer. He wants to speak, he wants you to listen, and he doesn't want to hear anything that isn't what he's saying. Because in his mind, he's right, everyone else is wrong. Unless they agree with him. But then everyone else is wrong because he's just a fucking moron.
thank you for. So if your daughter or your mother, against your will, performs this act on you, and that's bad. But if a woman is that has nothing to do with you, just a random woman that is, and she reaches climax, that's good.
Down to you
Why
want
is it
to.
bad for you? Why is it bad for you and good for them?
When you're ready to let me respond, let me know.
Why is it bad for you?
Yeah,
And good
did
for
you
them?
watch the clip? The whole
I
clip?
did. I watched the whole clip.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay, then
Please-
why are
please
you lying about it?
Please explain.
Yeah, I'm asking you why you're lying about it.
I'm asking you to answer my question.
Yeah, so that was me mocking Oliver because he was making the positive claim that some
Oh,
women
so-
may enjoy SA.
So you were just having fun.
I was mocking.
Notice how he's going to still try to do his best to make Andrew look like an asshole. Mind you, Brian just wants to make Andrew look like an asshole because Brian is a loser. He's a bitch-made baby boy. And no, I'm not calling his mother a bitch. I'm not. Bitch is the brand name. Not to be confused with CNT brand.
Mocking his position. Why do you think there's mockery in my voice? When I'm like,
Okay.
oh yeah, for
CNT stands for commies, nutcases, and terrorists, by the way, which is what Hassan is.
some people, right, Oliver? That's me
So
mocking
you're
him because
saying,
what Oliver said was he thought it was logically possible some women, for some reason, they may enjoy SA, right? That's a logical possibility. I was pointing out to him, if you want to associate in a debate outliers, then if I used an outlier, if you said there's even one woman and it's logically possible that they enjoyed SA, then I would just say, well, there's outliers to SA as well. So I was pointing out a flaw in his logic, and then I was laughing and mocking him for it. And what happened was a bunch of TikTok lunatics, literally at the behest of Oliver, cut out the very beginning part where he was the one actually who had that position, and I was mocking it. I thought you just said that you played the clip, so you lied. You didn't actually watch. You didn't actually watch the clip. Okay, so then what, am I telling the truth?
So here's
So
my
am I telling the truth? If you watch the clip,
I'm going to respond.
Notice how he's not going to use just a yes or no, because if he answers with a yes or no, either he is saying that he lied then or saying that he's lying now. And as such, Brian Shapiro is incapable of giving a straight answer, mostly because he's, you guessed it, a bundle of sticks. You know what? No, that's rude. Not all gay people are bundles of sticks. Just Brian right here.
By that logic,
Brian knows a thing or two about logic. Just listen to Brian. He would be able to tell you.
if in fact you're telling the truth and you were just joking, and by the way, I don't think
no,
there's
I
anything-
wasn't. I wasn't joking. I was mocking.
Mind you, he's going to keep trying to repetition, that Mr. Wilson, I don't know why, I like start spazzing out when I try to say Andrew. I know a guy named Andrew and doesn't look anything like Andrew Wilson. And I just, but Brian here is going to keep trying to make Andrew look like a dipshit by trying to use not ambiguous, not quite vague, but not quite the right word. And god damn it, this is going to drive me nuts. It's not vagueness, it's not ambiguity. God. God damn it. Where is it? Abstract terms, if my memory serves. Not quite. I guess vagueness would be the better example here. Or no, ambiguity. Yeah, it would be more of an ambiguous term. But that's just me and my opinion as to what he's saying here.
Right. Okay. So I don't think any point to mock when we're talking about, because I don't.
You don't think I
there's
should mock people who think that there's outliers to SA and some of them enjoy it?
Okay. So first of all, that's not what he was saying. He
Yeah, it
doesn't
was.
think
It
no,
was what he was saying.
He doesn't know. He was saying that it's
Yes.
no. He was
Yes.
saying that
if you repeat a lie enough times, it becomes the truth. Just ask Mr. Brian Shapiro.
women enjoy being.
He did.
What he no.
He said it's
what-
logically possible, at least some of them
for
do.
women to have a finished. For women to finish.
No, for them to have enjoyed it. He says logically possible for some women to have enjoyed that. And I was mocking him for saying that. I was actually the hero, Brian. I was the hero. The hero of the story.
All right.
I
So
was the one who was
right,
there
you're the
fighting
hero.
the good
You're a
fight against
champion.
these essayers.
I'm pretty sure.
This is a little bit of a bit of a ridicule here. He is mocking him, but in my opinion, it's funnier than Brian Shapiro trying to ridicule him. So it works better.
ridiculing me for it.
So I'm
But yes, it is in fact an appeal to ridicule.
pretty sure.
The
No, here's
hero
what I'm
of the
ridiculing you
story
for.
gets ridiculed, Brian.
So no. I don't think you're a hero in any way, shape, or form. But
course not.
I just want to be very clear on this. And I know
Okay,
you're
be very
psycho.
clear.
I know your psycho fans out there that are watching are.
Sycophants. Sycophants. Not well, I guess sycophants could work, but sycophants, not psychophants.
Going to back you on everything, and that's fine. That's fine. I want to be hated by your fans and your cultists. Let me be very clear on that.
And your cultists. Just because people don't agree with you doesn't mean they're cultists.
But you're not a champion of women, Andrew, in general.
I
You're
was
just,
in that case. I was the one saying that women, you shouldn't say that it's okay that women enjoy SA, and then I mocked the guy for it.
I was just mocking your wife. When I called her the B word, I was just mocking her. I wasn't serious, Andrew. I was just mocking her. When I called her the B word.
Passing from the acceptable to the dubious. We are having well, actually, this is kind of non sequitur, but you're having a nice, cordial conversation. Okay, someone's saying that it is okay for something to happen that shouldn't happen. So you make fun of them. That's fair, and this, that, and all of a sudden you swap around to, oh no, when I was talking to your wife, I was just mocking her. Well, congratulations, now you're just an asshole.
And I said she's a right-wing grifter.
Not because she's a woman, but because you're just mocking her based on gender using a gendered term. And not even in a relatively, not necessarily constructive, but not even in a relatively critical way. You just being a bundle of sticks.
Andrew, I didn't really mean it. I was just mocking her. Like when I went on Twitter yesterday and I said, the Wilsons must love me. By the way, some of your stupid fans thought.
You want to see me totally mocking Ben Shapiro here? I need a thing for my model, so my I just go completely lopsided, my eyes go sideways. That way, when I make those noises, it looks extra silly. Just for Mr. Bryan here. Yeah, I'm not insinuating that he's mentally retarded. I'm mocking him.
Thought I was being serious. When I
No, they
said,
didn't.
okay,
They were
well,
just mocking you.
right,
They were just mocking you.
Andrew, that's fine. I was just mocking your wife
Yeah,
when I called her the
but
B
the
word.
problem
and I
is the consistency.
mocking
You on
her.
you on
Problem
your
is
side. I thought you
consistency.
were the champion of women. I'm not
I am.
here white knighting for women.
Okay,
You
you
are.
gotta watch,
You're the
Andrew.
one white knighting for
Andrew.
women.
So, Andrew, let's just say I give you the benefit of the doubt on this one. That,
Mm.
and I did watch the whole clip, but I wanted you to answer it for yourself.
Mm.
Now, I believe, and this is my personal opinion,
Yeah.
there are things that you have done that are creepy. I stand by everything I said to your wife. I understand why you don't like it. You're going to defend your wife. Okay, fine.
Well, no, it's not just my wife. It's a pattern of behavior you have of slipping inside of people's DMs, including my own, where you sent me a picture of you with a bunch of OF,
They
a
weren't.
bunch of OF girls around a
They
pool.
weren't. They weren't.
That's what
There
you
was
said they were.
Uh-huh. So he knows the photo immediately. No, they weren't around a pool. What are you talking about? No.
There was a one girl in there that is a personal.
Yeah.
By the way, what's wrong with fans? I don't understand. What's wrong with that?
Well, I mean, if you want to hang out with
You're shifting away from the argument. For shame, Mr. Bryan.
dudes, you can, but
I
I
didn't
mean,
talk about your wife like that.
well, I mean, how am I talking? I'm just giving you something which is factual.
They don't have
OF
three baby
girls
daddies.
they are.
None of those
Yeah.
women in that picture have 3 baby daddies with different men. So
Why
That is completely inconsequential.
with
you wanna
that? Hang on. I'm sorry,
you
but
know,
they sell sex for money.
Also, that is an appeal to ridicule against Andrew's wife. If you don't know, Andrew's wife does in fact have 3 different kids with 3 different parents. Oh no? How horrible. And for those who don't know the lore, Brian's using this because previously Andrew said, hey, if a woman has, a bunch of different kids with a bunch of different guys, she's probably not good wife material. Which, you know what, is fair. And in all fairness, there are exceptions to that rule. Unfortunately, because he is conservative and Brian is a retard, there can't ever be exceptions to rules. Rules have to be absolute, except for when I need them to not be. Because Brian and a lot of people on Brian's side of the aisle, yes, Brian is a leftist if you haven't been able to figure that out, don't actually believe in rules. And no, that is not a hasty generalization. It's a very common fact.
not see
Yeah,
only
sex.
okay, so models don't go to that person's place, the ones that I know.
They
And
have sex on camera.
Anecdotal evidence is not evidence. It's just an anecdote. The ones that I know don't do that. Well, there are plenty that do.
Camera for money, bro. What do you mean?
right, with themselves, yes.
So they have. Yeah. That's. I don't know what else
yeah,
to tell you.
that's something that you do to Jake Rattlesnake every night. You do that, just not in front of a camera. But
Oh,
anyway,
you
going
got
back to
him.
our
No,
conversation,
you.
I got
No, you, Andrew.
Tukoku, no, you. I'm not gonna answer your argument. I'm just gonna criticize you as a person. Ooh.
No,
Andrew, here's the
you.
deal.
Got
Andrew,
him.
here's the deal.
You
Andrew, here's the
got
deal.
him, bro.
Sorry, not Tukoku. What the fuck am I thinking of? God damn it.
I
Got
don't.
him.
Why, Andrew? It's interesting because you think I'm a creep, and I want to go back to the.
It's interesting because you think I'm a creep, but no, you. I have the Uno card right here. I'm not making fun of him. I'm mocking him. In other news, Andrew said or not Andrew. Andrew said the following: "Eat shit, dirtbag." And Brian couldn't help but say,
the creep stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you mocked a woman for being. You told her
So?
she should go lick.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of creepy. Why am I a creep, Andrew? We've talked about my DMs, and by the
If you think that's creepy, you should have heard the stuff on Black Ops 2, buddy. Ooh, I learned a lot of sayings.
way, everything I've said about Savannah Hernandez, I back up. Everything I've said about your wife, I stand by what I've said.
Right.
Why am I a creep, Andrew? Because I think you're.
I debate with women, and I think it's probably a fair characterization for people to say that sometimes I'm an asshole. That's
He's doing it again. He did that stupid fuck ass. Like, what? Ugh.
seems reasonable.
Watch the language,
I'm
please.
sorry, bro. That
I'm not going to do it.
I'm a jerk. I think it's reasonable for them to say occasionally I'm a jerk.
Okay.
But you know what I don't do? I don't slide into women's DMs like you do. I don't slide in and and do the berating thing and this kind
You
of thing.
don't
I just
slide in.
don't do it.
You don't
It's
slide in
very
and berate.
creepy.
It's very creepy, but
Yeah.
yet I've never made fun of a woman or man in a DM for being. I've never gone to tell them to
No,
go.
I mean you make fun of them for other things. So what?
Oh, I don't make fun of them for being gay. I make fun of them for other things. Like being named Brian Shapiro and being a retard. Speaking of retards.
For what? What else?
Oh, for all kinds of things. You call them the B word. You say all sorts of things.
Yeah. So here's why I called your wife that. And by the way, I
Yeah.
stand by it. By the
Of
way,
course.
if you're,
Of
by
course
the way,
you do. It's fine
by the
when
way,
you do it, of course.
no,
I
no, no.
know.
Hold on.
I know.
There's a difference. See,
But it was all mocking. Right, Brian? You're standing by the mocking, of course.
those DMs that you talked about to start the show,
Yeah.
the ones that you particularly said that I told somebody to commit are blatantly false. I'll take anybody to court, and I'm happy for discovery. So
Are you sure?
you're claiming that
Mhm.
I'm a creep based on a DM that is false. What I am
Well,
doing,
but you lie
Hold
about
on.
DMs, dude.
I don't care what your opinions are on what you think I'm lying.
It's not an opinion that you have lied in the past. If you have lied in the past, it is fair to criticize that you could lie again. It's as simple as that. So, pardon him for not trusting you on your word when, oh, I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Or not. Okay, I stand by every word I've said to your wife. Okay,
I'm sure you do.
who started to say the first thing is
You
irrelevant.
mean when you
No, 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 no. No. No, it's not. Because of presentation. The most important thing, especially when it matters when you're claiming, oh, no, 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 I didn't do this. This is all her. It is important. And you're trying to obfuscate from that.
slid
Whatever I
into her
said-
DMs?
Yeah, okay, sliding into her DMs.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and yeah, that'll be it. I will, of course, leave a link to this in the description. I would highly, highly recommend looking at it, giving Mr. Andrew Wilson some of them sweet, succulent views because he very well deserves it. I know that I won't be contributing much, but well, it's nice. It's a good gesture to go and see, even if you're not gonna, even if I'm not gonna provide him a huge wave. But with all that being said, enough whining about my own view count. I am, however, very much appreciative of everyone who does watch. With all that being said, though, I will wrap this up by saying if you liked it, hit the like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button and tell me why in the comments. And if you did like it, just go ahead and tell me why in the comments. With all that being said, my name is Haster, and I'll see you later.